Some who may casually watch this program will say, Glenn, why aren't you supporting the wonderful movement for democracy and freedom in Egypt? Well, if that's what it is, I do support it. But we're going to have to wait and see. The military now has seized control. They have dissolved the parliament and suspended the Constitution. That doesn't scream freedom to me. Now, if they really do follow through, put together a new constitution, hold free and fair elections for a new parliament, and relinquish control to the then duly elected benevolent non-Islamic state government, I'll break down like a little 3-year-old girl and cry so long and hard. I'll be so happy and relieved. The problem is, we're already seeing some signs of real concern. First, this thing is spreading, as we told you on day number 1 it would. We are seeing instability across the Middle East and now even into Europe. This weekend, there were massive protests in Algeria, Jordan, Yemen, and yes, even Italy, where thousands of Italians took to the streets in some 200 cities across the country Sunday in protest of the Prime Minister's alleged behavior towards women. Now, I want to make this clear. This Italian unrest is obviously coming from a different place than in the Middle East, but it does show the uprising mentality continuing to spread. By the way, they have also declared a state of emergency in Italy because of all of the illegal immigrants coming in from Tunisia. The fear is in Italy that some of these Tunisians are actually escaped prisoners from Tunisia or Tunisian terrorists. They are flowing in so rapidly at such a high rate, no one in Italy can tell who is who. But I digress. The protests continue. New popular protests were scheduled today in Bahrain. Libya comes next on Thursday, followed by Algeria, and then on Saturday, Morocco, Cameroon, and Kuwait. Today in Iran, despite a government ban on demonstrations, thousands of protesters turned out in Tehran, met by 10,000 members of the Iranian security. And according to one report today, one person was shot dead at a Tehran rally, and several more wounded by opposition supporters. Here is a video. This is a video here of an Iranian protester burning a picture of the late Ayatollah Khomeini and Iran's supreme leader, now the Ayatollah Sayyid Ali Khamenei. They are chanting Mubarak ben Ali, now Sayyid Ali's turn. Well, this you would think would be a protest the Obama administration should encourage. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton has come out, but where is the president? In a state where they have vowed to destroy Israel, they hate us, they refer to us as the Great Satan, they rule with Sharia law, they stone homosexuals to death, they seek to hasten the 12th Imam and the end of the world. I don't know, seems like we might have a chance for a positive outcome in that country. Now I can already hear the left. Glenn Beck baselessly encourages unrest in Iran while not being sure it's a good thing in Egypt. Yes, except not baselessly. My basis is Iran is our enemy, and it is an Islamic state and a center for terrorism, not only in the Middle East, but worldwide. A military dictatorship would be better than that. Not necessarily for the people, but us. Change might bring friendlier relations and actual freedom to the Iranian citizens. It might. Egypt most likely is going in the opposite direction. But don't worry. Don't worry about those pesky little details if you're writing for Time magazine or you work for MS Al Jazeera. Don't worry your pretty little head. Just look at the pictures. I'm going to show you a couple of things here. Remember that George Soros and Van Jones and everybody has talked about this. Bottom up, top down, and inside out. Meaning you get the people to rise up. And then if you have the right players in place at the top, they can come in with their solution. Top down. And the hard part, turn yourself inside out. Find out what's inside. Hard part, as Van Jones says. That means have a conversion. Have a conversion. Have a spiritual conversion, Van Jones. Jim Wallace is there to help you do that. He's had a spiritual... He was part of He was part of this group that wants to have the Islamic flag fly over the White House, but he's had a conversion. Inside out part. Inside out part. Look what they did. This is one nation working together. This is the president's group. And they're all working together. Radical communists, along with Planned Parenthood, and preachers, and capitalists, the steel workers, and the ACLU helping business grow stronger, working with communists. That's weird, isn't it? One world government, the United Nations, what have they done? They've cobbled together all of the countries and put them together. The caliphate, you've got different people cobbling things together. Open society, cobbling leadership together all over. Top. Here it is, the State Department doing it. The top, but they're all encouraging the bottom. They're orchestrating the bottom. So the bottom will rise up, and then the leaders will be able to fix it for you. Got it? There's one thing that's missing on this board, because I see everybody that wants a new world order, but I don't see you, the Tea Parties. I want to show you something at glennbeck.com. Please go there today, right now. Can you bring this up, please? This is how you can get connected. Right now, find out all the details at glennbeck.com. See all these people? These are all the people that have signed up from the radio program today that say, I'm connected. There is a new system, and you can read about it all at glennbeck.com, that will connect people together without a middleman. So you can be connected and find out how freedom works. You need to, please, connect with your neighbors, whether you use this system or something else. Find out all about it at glennbeck.com. Connect. Community organizing is what wins the battle of freedom. Back in a minute. I asked you at the top of the hour if you remembered the NEA putting out Obama propaganda to get you to buy into health care. They didn't announce that they were doing it. They were using propaganda. They were using artists to convince people to do it. Is there any difference between that and what the State Department is now doing with Google and others to convince you that democracy is the right thing in Egypt? From New York, good night, America.